Let's have a look. La 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 la. Okay, good. The sound is on. And we're loading in. Good evening, everybody. I hope we're doing well. Today we're going to do a housing tour, which I wanted to do last week, but I'm just getting over a hell of a cold, and my voice was worse than usual. And I know what you're thinking, worse than this? Yeah, worse than this. I am really bad at planning stuff. Honestly, most streamers must be hell of organised because I sure as hell am not. Okay, today we're going to go to Coldharbor and we're going to investigate Sister Gellena's Engine of Death. If I can remember the keys, because I've been playing Fallout 76 and I keep mixing up the control schemes between Fallout and Elder Scrolls, which is kind of embarrassing. So, housing... So, as we remember, Sister Gellena's our lovely house guest from the Icereach Coven. And we've already explored the Coven house in Glenumbra, which she uses as her mainland lab, but Coldharbor is something else entirely. Originally I was going to enter this in a Halloween housing contest, but I was too late. There were... I just couldn't get enough decorations together in time for it. Plus, I still have a fair amount of budget left to play with. Let's see. Oh no, 38. Yeah, 38. 38 slots left. I tried my best to fill it up with stuff, but... Okay, so we're going to have to go into the centre to start explaining things. Initially the concept for this was going to be Stonehenge, but we didn't have any suitable rocks, so I found the centred ones and the basalt ones from Coldharbor, and I began starting with the stone circle. Originally I was going to have the meridian orbs as sort of repositories between the hemohelix to make a sort of concentric circle of death, and then I found out that the probably not punch bowls from the New Life Mid-Year Mayhem Festival now shoot a stream of glowing red unholy light. So I was like, oh my god, ritual circle, we have to do a ritual circle. And then I decided, well, Sister Gellena's from the Icereach Coven, and they designed the Harrowstorm mechanisms, so let's see what she would do with it. And this is it. We have our sacrificial plinths over here. The idea is that the bodies get put on the plinths, and the hemohelix suck the life out of them, transmitting it up to the witch pikes via the meridian orbs, and the witch pikes transfer it into the grey reliquary, which I would like to have a sort of similar lighting scheme to the actual in-game Harrowstorms, but it's trying to find something that would work. I think if I had about 4 of those green dwarven portals and maybe one of the purple meridian orbs, I could get an interesting lighting effect going, but it wouldn't quite work. Well, it wouldn't be game authentic, but it would be an interesting idea. As you can see, we have scamps running around, making sure that the ritual's uninterrupted. The idea with these is that if anyone unauthorised comes in, they get swarmed by the scamps and eaten. And of course, here's Gellena wandering about her little path, bathing in the power that initially, rises up and goes into the Grey Reliquary. The circle was the starting point for this build, and once I went on to that, I decided to flesh things out a little bit. So we have basalt spiky rocks to act as secondary boundary containers. We've got witches' totems with the remains of former experiments, flaming braziers, more totems. I've got a nice little living area for Sister Gellena here. I mean, it's safe, there's nothing on this plateau of Coldharbor that can attack her. She can just, chill. She's got her little mushrooms here. She wants a midnight snack. She can also use the portal to go somewhere else. Over here we have a gigantic Sithis altar because, who doesn't love Sithis? Especially Reach witches that worship the old gods. Thurvicon's dragon skull is a nice little accent there. We've got the Necromancer spires because they seem thematic. Phasing in the bloodied animal bones to the the Briarheart trees felt like a good idea. And plenty of foreboding totems. As for the trees, I wanted to go with a mixture of the dead ones that are native to Coldharbor and the mossy dead ones from Glenumbra. Also, these clockwork ones don't look particularly healthy. They've got that clockwork fungus and they've got sort of decayed, tarnished look to them, which I thought was quite thematic. For lighting, it's quite good in the interior of the circle. We have nothing really to worry about. I admit the inside of the ritual circle is a bit bright, but there's nothing I want to sacrifice to lower the light levels that way. And if we go and have a little wander around the outskirts, we have more dead and burnt trees. The idea is that the ritual circle's slowly been sucking the life out of everything in Coldharbor, which is corrupted enough. An engine of death. So that everything's just sort of slowly withering and corrupting away. Got some graves scattered about, sarcophagi. Pretty sure I've got some tombstones in here as well. Lots of the most unhealthy mushrooms I could get my hands on, which I would have liked more for, but alas, you can only grind so much during the Witches' Festival. There's one of the tombstones here. Over this way we have some creepy crawlies. I managed to grind 3 of those Chorus eggs together and get the teacup Chorus pet, which I'm quite happy with. I think if I could get more of those eggs, I could make a more interesting display with them, but when you've got 3, then it's kind of hard to figure out what to do. Something will come up. Like I say, I've got 38 more slots to play with in this house. It's not exactly finalised, but it's very close. There are some houses that I finish with and never touch, and this will eventually be one of them. just as soon as I figure out what to flesh out those last few slots with. You never know. The Gates of Oblivion might give us something really creepy, or there might be something in the luxury in the next couple of weeks that will fit. As for lighting, I think the Hagraven cauldrons and the little Sigic glow lights studied about the place keep it from being too oppressively dark. Man, so far I haven't had much in the way of negative feedback from this place. So I'm quite happy about that, because no one likes to hear, yo, Dave, your idea sucks. One thing I'm not quite sure of is whether I should have Nazemi, Parari and Tithys in a cage on this platform. I know it works in the Glenumbra Coven House, but the Glenumbra Coven House has one of those furnishing pack cages with the wooden bars. I could make one of the big metal ones, but I'm not sure if the merchant and banker would be accessible in that. I don't know, do I want to... Let's have a look. That would be Undercroft, I think. Cage... So... Oh no, I meant to preview that, not make it. Kennel, that would probably be too small. Well, since we screwed up and made the cage, let's have a look and see how it looks. I will have to move the chests. Let's move those first. For once, it's me getting in my own way rather than Gretchen. Oh, irony. There we go. And woodworking station still usable, excellent. Go get that. Now, on a tangential note, like I said, I've been playing Fallout 76 recently, and I really do enjoy the snapping function in camp. I would really like it if I could do that on ESO, but I don't know if it's feasible. If the engine could handle it. Okay, Tithys. Excellent. So we can just move him, Parari, and Nazemi in. Oops. Oh, no. Saint, are you there? I think Tithys is talking to me. Nazemi. Parari. Tithys. Excellent. As for the crafting platform itself, I went with the idea that this is a fragment of something that Moagbal tried stealing from Alinor, and when it landed it went all wonky, because, you know, Coldharbor's kind of a hodgepodge of stolen relics and stuff. I'm quite happy with how it turned out. But yes, so this is Sister Gellena's Engine of Death. I'm quite happy with how it turned out. Of course, there are a couple of things I would like to add to it. I want to get those protection sigil things, but that means I have to go fishing in the Reach. And fishing is not my best thing. The Master Angler grind took quite a while and put me slightly off. Oh, and I found a good way to add these Frost Vault totem things. In front of Big Daddy Sithis. It's kind of a don't go beyond this point warning, but you know, people are going to be people and investigate dumb shit. Even if it means they get attacked by, you know, scamps or strapped to sacrificial altars or put in a big cage. People are going to be people. But yeah, so this is Sister Gellena's Engine of Death. We're going to come up with more ideas for her and probably other house carols as well, house guests as well. I already have Shalador's Shrouded Realm decorated for Serene, but I don't like doing multiple house tours per video. So I think I'll either do that tomorrow or maybe the day after. I really should go back on to doing the Iron Tail challenge. I think I'll probably do that tomorrow after I get all my daily shopping list of things done. And yes, before anyone says, I know that the points of the sigil and the streams of light don't exactly converge perfectly, but it is really hard and really fiddly to do. Just before anyone starts complaining. So, what do you have to say, Gellena? I once saw a Breton woman wearing a skirt so long it brushed the ground. I'm certain she was unable to run very fast when the troll happened on her. I, of course, was long gone. Oh, Gellena, never change. But yeah, that's today's housing tour. I hope you were entertained, or at least didn't hate it. And I shall hope to see some of you soon, so thank you for watching, good night and God's bless.